Did you know that touchpad sensors can penetrate thin objects, which makes adding on-off switch functionality to your project like a magical touch? Today in this video, we are going to build a big floor lamp that can be controlled either from Apple HomeKit or from a touchpad. We have got a magical touch to add today to our project, so without any further ado, let's jump on in.
Hey Siri, set RGB floor lamp color to purple.
Okay.
Turn your dream project into reality with PCBWay. I've personally used their services to produce my own prototype for future IoT projects. Ordering your own PCB has never been easier before, with a lot of features.
Alright, so here's the same hardware that I've used from the previous tutorial, but you may have noticed that this time I have added this touchpad to my hardware, and it's connected to an input pin of the ESP32C3. Unfortunately, the ESP32C3 does not have touch sensor hardware, so I had to add this external touchpad. And my intention of adding this touchpad is to turn on and off the RGB LED strip when pressing on the touchpad, just like this. And the thing that I like about the touchpads is that it can detect touch event even through thin objects. So let me show you here. This is the top of the lamp that I'm 3D printing, and I'm going to place the touchpad this way. So as you can see, it works quite good. And there's one more thing to add to the current software of the MCU that I have, and it is to report the current state of the LED over MQTT. So let me show you. So now this hardware is configured as RGB floor lamp, and when I turn off the LED, you'll see that the RGB floor lamp is also turned off on the home app as well, and we can repeat this process. And if I change the color of the lamp and turn it off from the touchpad, it will save the color data, and when it's turned on, it will use the previous data of the color and send it over RMT peripheral to the addressable LED strip.
So printing the lamp body took several days because every part size is a bit big, and the lamp consists of the body and the lens that covers the front side of the lamp. And after finishing the 3D printing process, I've assembled all the 3D printed parts together, and the result was a quite long floor lamp. Of course, I needed to attach the touchpad sensor on the top side of the floor lamp, so I can turn it on and off by touching the top of it. And I used 3D printing pen for that. And here's how the touchpad works on action. And actually I like how fast the response of the touchpad is. Adding this feature was a game changer, and of course at the same time the lamp can be controlled from any smart device connected to my network, which makes things quite universal and useful to use.
Hey Siri, set RGB floor lamp color to purple.
Okay.
Hey Siri, turn off RGB floor lamp.
Will do.
Alright, so now it's time to have a look at the firmware that's running on the ESP32C3 to see how everything works together. Okay, so here's the firmware that's running on the ESP32C3. You may notice that this is the same firmware that we have used in the previous tutorial, but here I've added a new FreeRTOS task, and it's related to the touchpad control. So let's have a look at that. So let me point out the important parts in this task. So here I've created this function pointer array and passed these two functions that are responsible for turning on or off the addressable RGB LED strip. So the way I've used this function array is over here, depending on the status of the LED strip variable. So this will be switched between 0 and 1 because of the XOR operator over here. So this variable will be nothing but an index to switch between these two functions. So every time the touchpad. So every time the touchpad changes its status, this variable value will change, and the function that will run through this function array will also change. And by doing so, I can turn on and off only by clicking on the top of the RGB floor lamp. And after updating the LED strip status, now it's time to update the status on the HomeKit mobile application, and this is done by publishing the new value to this specific MQTT topic. Of course, here we notice that both the RGB get on topic and the get HSV topic are updated. So this will let the HomeKit application know the color of the RGB floor lamp, and this will let the HomeKit application know that the RGB floor lamp has been turned on. And in the other case, we only update the get on status to let the HomeKit app that the RGB floor lamp is turned off. And at the end of this task, we store the new touchpad state so we can do a reverse action when the touchpad is touched again. Alright, this brings me to the end of this tutorial. I'll be sharing all the materials related to this tutorial on my GitHub repository so you can have a reference to my work. If you have learned something new today, like this video and share it among your friends and tell them about useful electronics. See you in the upcoming tutorials, and bye bye.